What's up? We're taking rapid challenges here. 5 plus 5. I don't know if that counts as rapid or blitz, but it's casual anyway, so who cares? What's up, people? Alright, for the betterment of my chess career, introducing a new donation goal. We need a throne and we need glasses, so I can see the board and be able to sit properly to see the board. So, basic stuff for Christmas. Santa can get me an optometrist and a throne. Alright. Ready to get started here. So a little warm-up game maybe? Or a puzzle. I love getting puzzles wrong. We're down to $24.99. Look at that F2 square, my god. Bishop F2. I mean, but if I were to play Bishop F2, King F2, pawn G3 check. There's this problem with King G1 at the end. I just don't see the finish. Probably something stupid like pawn takes pawn. How does black defend against pawn takes pawn? Seriously. If I play pawn takes pawn, that's a puzzle. It seems like it's a trick, like it's a false positive, false flag. Sit on Santa's lap. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Look, man, I have no problem with your bisexuality or whatever, your pansexualism. Bishop takes F2 check, King F2, pawn takes G3 check, King G3, Queen G4 mate. But the problem is Bishop F2, King F2, pawn G3, King G1, and then there is no mate. And you're left like holding the bag, like, oh, that was a fancy tactic. So I'm going to just go with the simple solution here. And we got that part right. Now, maybe it's not as simple as we thought. Bishop takes F2 check. Looks good, but then he makes the only legal move, King H2. And, apparently we're winning the exchange with Bishop takes E1. Is that necessarily the best continuation? And the thing that starts to look... Nedog, welcome, by the way. You sick bastard. I'm not going to get any donations from Santa. Talking like that. No, he likes it when I'm abusive. Alright. Rook takes F2. And no perverted panda videos or whatever. We don't do that here. So Rook takes F2 looks pretty nasty, honestly. Looks can be deceiving, right? So Rook F2, for example, Bishop D4. Here we go again. I think it's another, the answer is the obvious move. Bishop takes F2 check. If you do Rook takes F2, there's Bishop D4. And suddenly you realize, I'm not threatening anything. Rook F2, Bishop D4, cutting off the protection of the rook on F2. So I'm going to go with, the very stupid Bishop takes F2 check. And going for 2,500. You're sending each other, you send each other cute panda reels. But it's ironic that you sent me a picture from the zoo where I actually have actual pictures of the pandas. What's the chances of that you randomly choose? Seriously, Illuminati. Nedog sends me photos from this the only zoo where I have photos of animals live on my camera. Here, I've got 10 of them. The Vienna Zoo pandas. Well, we don't have pandas here in Budapest. So we had to go to Vienna to see the pandas. Yeah, so we just take Rook. D puzzle. No, that sucks. Yeah, that was a great puzzle. I like them easy. Alright. Lightning God. They got it right. Look at this, reading comprehension. Someone read the bottom of the screen. It says 5 plus 5 and challenged me to 5 plus 5. What is 5? It's rapid. 5 plus 5 is rapid. Wow. You would think it would be blitz, right? Is 5 plus 3 rapid? It has to be blitz. I decided to go from 5 plus 3 to 5 plus 5, and I'll explain why. I think it's bad to play like multiple different increments. You know, it's very confusing to play 5 plus 3, then switch to 5 plus 2, and then switch to 10 plus 2, and then switch to 10 plus 7, whatever. You should play like one increment and kind of get used to it. Alright. So, yeah, alright. I have penguins too. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. I'll start bombarding you with penguin photos from the Schönbrunn Zoo or whatever. It's actually not called the Vienna Zoo. Schönbrunn or something. I forget, but it's technically not called. It's not called the Vienna Zoo, by the way. Sire, and since I'm a sire, I have a donation goal for a throne. Alright, sorry, I'm taking too much time. I noticed an interesting thing. I did insights on my play, and my accuracy is getting like lower and lower as the time gets lower, unless I'm down to very little time, and then suddenly I get more accurate. There's a funny thing. So the intensity of being like really low on time causes me to play better, but in the interim, Lightning God just happens to play the Joko piano or whatever. I know I'm gonna kill myself if anyone else plays the Joko piano. He didn't play E5. The Joko piano is like the most boring king pawn opening. It's basically the London system on the other side of the board, right? So, what's up with D5 anyway? The bowler attack. Muller. How do you say it properly? Oh my god. Because every 1400 knows the Muller attack perfectly. Is this like Repunj Bansal or something? New account? If they're 1400, they probably play like they're 2100. I played them one game. In the simul, sir, it was my bedtime, so I resigned. No, it's sire. And that's why I'm collecting money for a throne for Christmas. I do not like when people call me sir. You have to call me sire. No, sir. Sir is not good enough. This reminds me of that, like, Nakamanson Gambit or whatever they call it. What, I mean, should I even play D5 is the first good question. Nakamanson. The Marilyn Manson Gambit. I think the Joko piano is popular in India. But not just in India, I mean with all the crew, like below, anybody below a certain rating level. Let's just put it this way, if I play anonymous players in unrated games, it's really, really hard to get somebody to play the Spanish. I have to wait for like 30 games for someone to play the Spanish against me, because everyone plays bishop c4. It's really sick, you know. Okay, bishop takes, I'm taking another pawn. No. But no joining simuls and then leaving. You guys have to check that. Noob Master 8. That's a cute trick. Knight g5, knight g5, bishop g5, queen g5, queen h7, checkmate. Deep, huh? Guys, donate to our Christmas fund. I'm gonna get an optometrist appointment and a new throne. Hopefully, if I can raise the money. It's not Og's fault. He encouraged me to create a new fundraiser. I mean, I had it in the idea bin anyway, but... Can you double attack? The idea bin. Alright, white's lost a piece. The Nakamanson. You are down a piece. You are down a piece. Ass-splitting roar. Dude. I'm sorry I didn't get to play the Kraken in the World Senior. There was one game where I was willing to play it, had the opportunity arisen, but... White is down a piece. It's alright though. There's no obligation to resign. I also offer money back guarantee. If you don't improve by watching my stream, you get to send me money. Alright. The 5+5 casual green is not very visible, is it? I think I need a different color. You think like fluorescent green would be visible? That's some really invisible fluorescent green there. The bottom of the screen. 93. White is down a piece. That's alright though. What's an extra knight among friends? I mean, I do encourage resigning hopeless positions, if you consider this hopeless or not. Now you're down a rook. Of course, never hopeless against me. This time I lost to Hong Trong with the rook up. Although queens were on the board and it was a complex position, my king was exposed. It wasn't so simple, but I've been known to lose a rook up. No reason to resign yet. What about you, Nedog? Look at that mate. I bet white rather will see this queen c5 threat. Seems like he's good with the one-move threats. Do I have mate, though? You know, that's the real question. Where's my mate, matey? I don't know. Better things to do with my life than find forced mate. I'm bad with puzzles anyway. Come on, no mates. Alright, no mate. Sorry. Now I have a mate. He guarded it. Look at that. Nice. No, now you can please resign. Now you can please resign. Please resign, sire. Or, you know, just don't resign and let your time run out. Okay, that was a lengthy delay. By the way, what's up with the opening there? What is this? You know, Muller attack, you're supposed to play d5 here. I mean, your move may be playable. It's an alternate variation. It is playable. And now, you know, you have to play bishop d3. Wow, bishop a3's been played. Boguslav Latash. Oh my god, it's like totally unsound. That's a bishop. Oh my god. No, that's not good. You have to play bishop d3. Does Sladgie have a game here? I do, in fact. Well, I drew 2 low-rated players from this position. One was, wow. One was 1,500. There was 1,700. What's the deal with that? What's with the 1,500s and the 1,700s like drawing me in this line? Wow, castles. So bishop e3 is a big mistake. This just doesn't do anything for you. Alright. Computer doesn't hate it that much. King Kong, anonymous player. Subscribers don't matter today. It's open challenge night, open mic night. Dude, King Kong chess, I mean, seriously, do you think I care about my lichess rating? Maybe when I first started playing, I was a little bit, like, slightly more caring about it, but... Alright, e4. Yeah, I've gotten a lot weaker since then. I'm a lot weaker. I'm a totally weaker player. No, e4, e5. Boring. Let's play the Kraken. The Franco Kraken. What's up, Chess Zebra? Another black and white animal. I bet there's zebras at the zoo, too. So weak I now need glasses and a chair. Chair and a whip. And anal beads. F4, no. We must strike. F4 will not be tolerated. Sorry, dude. There's no b5 against that. I mean, we're going down the middle. If you're going to be playing f4, I am going to call the question. There is some big tournament coming to Hawaii. Sounds affordable. Even Hawaiians can't afford to live in Hawaii anymore. I can't imagine like people going to a chess tournament there. Oh, I mean, I guess it's really not that much different than, say, like Gibraltar, but... Alright. Pawn takes d5. It's a chess vacation. Not for the for the affordable-minded. F4 not really helping white much in this type of position. For the affordability-minded. So I can't play bishop d6. Affordability-minded. There's always the winnower. No, I think I have to play knight f6. He does have knight e5. I could play bishop g4, give up my bad bishop for it. The affordability-minded. Are we talking drinking? Drinking. 3-day bender. Well, c5 comes to mind. c5, queen e2 check. Oh, I'm so scared. But c5 would kind of radically change the position. Bishop d3 is a strong piece. I mean, I really don't want to see that. This is tough. I don't know. There's so many options. I don't even know where to go. Too many options. It's hard to play when there's so many options. Now you're trading off your own bad bishop. I mean, your own good bishop. Whatever. I'm dyslexic, I know. Still, the position is approximately equal despite the f4 atrocity. It's a good thing I played a6, huh? Well, actually, I don't even need it. I mean, queen b5 check, just I defend with knight c6 anyway. Keep it simple. take the spoon out of my coffee cup so it stops making that noise, but if it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother you, right? I could have, I would have. Okay, now, step 1. Bishop e1. Remove knight from e5. Do it yourself. Defense. I should make a blog. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Chessy Bros, c5 was an option, but in a scenario where I'm kind of like playing against this guy's bad bishop, c5 is like the winnower, you know. I mean, they have this dark squared bishop that's bad. If you start playing c5, they might have like tripled pawns with d takes c5, but still, at least they like activate their bad bishop. So c5 is really kind of was a double-edged way of playing, I think. Pretty double-edged. Too early in the morning for that. It just chose to play very simply here. I mean, right from the get-go, if you think about it, this square is weak because of f4. He's like fatally weak on e4. It's just like a permanent outpost. Computer could probably defend such a position, but you have to be like a perfect defender. Okay, now he should probably take on c6, opening the b file for a devastating attack. No, I mean f4 is a mistake. But I mean, d5 is the only move that exploits it. Alright. See, this bishop can go back here. It's a good defender. Can go to b4. If I play c5, its diagonal is opening. Its open territory, whatever it's called, is improved. I mean, its scope is improved. It's hard for white to generate any attacking chances here. So now it's a question of what black can do. g4, okay. f5. This is very double-edged. I think maybe I should refrain from this, but I mean, the G file, he doesn't open the G file. Okay. Now well, anyway, I'm going to get attacked by bishop b4 at some point. I was thinking queen e8. It's a nice knight on e4. Penguin chess set. The penguin, like Batman. Whoa, Mr. Slow is here. Doing fine, still need glasses. I still need glasses. For Christmas. Well, yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm glad to see you back. We did our best at the World Senior. Almost. Oh, he's got queen h3. This is a little tricky. I mean, I don't think this position is actually, maybe this is a mistake. Queen b8 is a mistake, I guess. Maybe not. I can defend the f pawn with my rook, you know. Okay, rook e8 was a misguided plan, maybe. Better to just play on the queen side and whatever. How to improve in games at 2000-2100 level. I don't know, I think my endgames are probably bordering on my weakest part of the game these days. I lost another one. You don't. That's a good answer. Survey says #1 answer. I mean, probably improve in endgames by playing over the board chess and really thinking, or seriously studying endgame books. I would recommend the latter. Seriously studying endgame books. How about that? I lost another one to Novik that I probably shouldn't have lost. It's like the 6th ending this year that I lost to a strong player, that, or any player for that matter. That wasn't necessary to lose. The theme of the year for me. Oh! Oh no, I hung my pawn. Do you support the Rapport-Jabava system? I think they're both freaking crazy. So if that helps you at all. They're both idiots. So what's the question? Next question. Dude, I mean, the Rapport-Jabava system was recommended by Shereshevsky and like, who's actually kind of overrated, but anyway, like, it's not like it's a new idea, you know. The Soviet chess conveyor. I mean, that's like, you know, they're putting their name on it and popularizing it, but it's a known system for a long time. I mean, I'm not sure who created it, to be fair. But it's better than the normal London, I guess. Peace up. Peace out, Nedog. I mean, I do think that the so-called Rapport, the crazy variation, crazy people's court, crazy people's variation is better than playing the London proper. At least you have a little bit of dynamism. Where's the beef? Is my queen trapped yet? Can I sack the exchange? You know, it's always time to sack the exchange. Ooh, this is ugly. No problem around here at all. I mean, come on now. Kushikal. How to evaluate positions. How to be a grandmaster. I think you should check out the blogs on lichess, because there's lots of blogs where, you know, you learn how to like beat superior players and stuff like that. You just have to work hard and study. You know, what can I say? There's no simple solution to these things. Don't believe the hype, the scammers that claim like there's some easy way to get better. How to evaluate positions. I will say one thing. Kushikal. Or Kushikal? See, I need glasses. That's why we're raising money for glasses and a throne. First of all, you know, be able to see the board properly and read. I'm not going to answer the question of how to evaluate positions, but I will say it's probably the most important thing in chess. If you can evaluate positions, you know, you can find the right plan by default. So it is one of the most important skills you can develop, if not the most important skill. Mr. Slowhand. I'm going to take Mr. Slowhand's challenge. Mr. Slowhand, can we take your challenge first? Or do you want to wait? Sorry about that work thing. Thought I had some new idea, but now I forgot what it was. The secret to becoming a chess grandmaster is like having a lot of money and your dad be like an arbiter or something like that, or an organizer. Alright, knight f6. What are we going to do? Oh no, what's he doing? Knight f6, you never play this. B-Jack subscribed to tier 1. Ah. Oh, you want to play Sveshnikov? Guys, I have to go shopping at Aldi, so let's hurry this up. Why are we donating money I can't read? Dude, I need glasses. Because we need glasses. Oh, not this again. Isn't that ironic, Bijak? I can see it. Christmas equals glasses / throne. It takes a little bit of deductive thought to understand what exactly that means. I know that's difficult for some people. I can't make it any bigger though. It'll be like in the board, man. It'll be in the board. Okay, window, capture. I can move the board down a tiny bit. And then we can move the donation thing or make it bigger. Wait. There. That might help a bit. Alright. And meanwhile, Mr. Slow keeps playing this thing. So, last time I did a bad thing, I like took on c8. So how does this work again? Wait a minute. I'm really confused now. What about bishop g5 here? Does that work? Bishop g5, bishop d6, knight d5 check. Interesting. There were some games. I mean, this is some sort of semi-dubious variation for black, but I still haven't studied it enough. Bishop g5, bishop d6, knight d5 check, king f8. It doesn't seem right. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this. This looks okay. Bishop g5. Now, Mr. Slow is at work. I want a golden toilet. I don't know about this. This seems okay, right? Astrobate. Astrobate's not here. It's not polite to ask old people how old they are. Krushikov. You can buy a Burberry duck hat for like thousands of dollars. A 1K chair. You're just getting ripped off if you're buying like a 1K chair. I mean, that's like a luxury. It's luxury stuff, you know. It's like a Burberry duck hat. I'm old enough to buy cigarettes, although I don't smoke. I got some good cigars, though. Bishop b4 looks right. What am I supposed to do now? God damn it, Jerry. This is insane. What am I doing? I don't like this anymore. Happened here. Alright, whatever. I'm lost. Damn, Bijak, do you have time to play against me? The hell does that mean? I think the question is, do you have time to play against me? You know. Greedy, greedy. He's so Mr. Time. I'm Mr. Heat Miser. Okay. I'm having like Christmas nostalgia. Mr. Slow with the flagging system. Oh, by the way, Mr. Slow challenged me to the wrong time control. Penalty! It's 5 plus 5, not 5 plus 3. Mr. Slow, you tricked me. You're not supposed to do that, though. Alright, I'll make an exception for this case. But if anybody else gives more time except for Mr. Slow, they die. Mr. Slow is the only player in the stream who's allowed to give you more time. And he's gonna regret it. I'm gonna regret it. If he stopped renting that thing, he'd be able to afford a chair. Dude, if I had any money, I would like travel to the United States and get rid of that thing. But it's like, I just have these like compounded problems, like one thing and then another. Alright, check. Queen takes e4. Crazy position, huh? Yeah, Mr. Slow plays fast, right? All I need is a good friend, you know, who like works for a moving company, could hook me up with like a really good deal. Cleaning out my storage unit. If only I had a friend like that. I don't know, man. You know. The problem is, like, there's a lot of junk that needs to be thrown away. That's not actually that's not a problem, but all right. There's some furniture that needs to be tossed out, and then Mr. Slow playing for the win here, for the win. Mr. Slow for the win. Totally rational game. So obviously, a completely rational game here by Mr. Slow. How is he so fast? And he gave me like a minute, an extra minute, and he's still like flagging me. All I wanted was a draw. I don't know what's better. I mean, I had no time. I was like losing on time. He's all about like flagging. He's even like intentionally avoided draws to try to flag me and stuff, and then gives me a minute and 15 seconds, and he's still flagging me. I think he like does a lot of energy drinks or something. He must be taking a lot of energy drinks. Oh my god, do you like pre-moving to try to flag me? What's that about? Why is he so fast? How is he so fast? Can anyone explain that? How is he so fast? What's that about? How is he so fast? Seriously. He's like, I'm at work or something. Oh, that makes him fast? Being at work makes you faster. How does that work? So being at work just miraculously makes you a great player. It makes you stronger. I mean, it doesn't make sense, you know? Like his colleague is like 2,200 FIDE or something. I don't know. Yeah, I lost on time. Okay. Well, congratulations. For the 5+3 time control that we're not supposed to be playing. Please don't challenge me to 5+3, guys. I'm not here to play like Bullet or Blitz. It's like, why are people flagging me? Why playing for the flag? It's really weird, man. And he gave me more time during the game. I mean, It's like, what? What is this game, dude? Bishop c5 check doesn't work because of what? Because the bishop takes d6 check. Of course. No, Mr. Slow. We should do 7 plus 5. This 3-second increment is sucks. I can't even move the pieces that fast. Mr. Slow is obviously 1800 in Blitz. You could be like 2300. I don't understand, you know, how you're like 1900 in Blitz. It's kind of illogical. If you can move that fast, you would be 2300. I don't really understand it. But I just don't want my stream to be about like flagging, you know. I mean, it's really stupid. Bijak lives for that. That's all he cares about. He gets excited when people like win on time against me. Well, that's really, I mean, that was really, we learned a lot from that game. It was like chess masturbation. I don't even remember what happened. I just woke up like half an hour ago. It's too stupid. It's just like anything faster than this, than 5 plus 5 is really stupid. Shocky, you played a horrible game against, not she, I keep confusing you with someone else. Sorry. It was not you. The Swedish guy. B6 is a horrible move though. Wow, that's a really bad move. What are you doing over there? It was you? Wait a minute. It was you. Against Bijak? Wow, this is horrific for black. I don't understand what black is doing. It was Xerox. So why is he playing Rook E8 exactly like Xerox? I think there's some kind of conspiracy theory going on. Maybe he's really from Finland and Sweden, and he just like has multiple accounts for every Scandinavian country or something. What do you think? I don't understand why anybody would play Rook E8 in a position where the center is closed and you need to make an F8 break, an F5 break, whatever. Why would anybody do that? It's so bizarre. So bizarre. Yeah, I'm just going to resign. I mean, this is like a waste of time. Why are you playing Bullet? 7 plus 5? Are you kidding me? You're playing 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 equals 3. Now the black queen is trapped. I don't understand, like, Chucky, are you losing on purpose? He's losing on purpose now. Why are you losing on purpose? All right, well, that was interesting. Another quality game. Next, King Kong 127. Sorry, I don't play the King's Indian. Why did you play it then? I don't understand. Sorry, I don't play the King's Indian. Your grandma died last night and you didn't sleep. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, take a break, man. I don't know. Take some time for yourself, and if you're emotionally upset, probably stay away from the chess for a little while. And take some time for yourself, to heal. I mean, chess can be a good distraction at times, to take your mind off of stuff, but my condolences. It's very hard losing a loved one. As anyone who watched my stream knows, when I lost my mom over a long period of time, I never knew my grandparents, but I had an aunt that was basically older and like a grandma to me, so I do empathize. That's understandable. If you didn't sleep, and get some rest and try to pull yourself together. I mean, chess can be an escape from reality. It can be escape from our problems. I used it as an escape from my problems at one point. But the death of someone in your family isn't necessarily a problem. I mean, it's part of life that you have to... It's different from a problem. Problems you can escape from. You can't escape from the loss of a loved one. You have to, learn to deal with that. This variation is considered dubious for black. It was hard for me when my dad died because I didn't know my grandparents. They had all passed away. And it's kind of a natural progression in life. Your grandparents die first, you learn to deal with grief, and in my case, I didn't have that. I had never been to a funeral before my dad's. It's very unnatural, Process of losing your grandparents is part of the progression of life, I guess. Normally black, I guess, is castled here first. So this is known line. Knight e5, bishop e5. Bishop b5 check. Can be reality check. I'm just saying, I don't think it's a good idea to use chess or anything as a way of hiding from your grief of when a loved one died. Best to deal with it. I had this issue where I sort of didn't process it, and then you have psychological problems because you're acting as if nothing happened. Grief is important. I ended up having psychological problems because I didn't really consciously process the loss, and then you push it down underneath the surface, and you end up having some kind of psychological issues. Bishop takes e5. I have psychological issues aplenty. What am I doing here? Queen b3? Bishop b5 check. What does bishop b5 check do? What doesn't it do? I don't know. Maybe trading the light square bishops is good for me. I guess I just play c4. And it's a chess game, right? It's well, it goes in the order. Well, my grandparents died like in the years before I was born, so it's hard to process that. I didn't have any like loss of a family member while I was a kid. Just later, and that's hard, because you don't know how to deal with it when it finally happens. All right, castles. This is just good for white. Off the topic of psychology and real life, chess position wise, this is a very good position for white. I used to play this line a lot. King Kong's playing pretty well, but he doesn't know, I guess, the subtlety of this line, let's say. Black's king side is a little open. Also, the central pawns are more powerful than the queen side pawns. So rook ending is winning for white. I don't know about rook ending per se. I don't know winning. I just think that white is better. Who could possibly say if it's winning or not? I'm not sure like Stockfish can say that on depth 29. B-Jack. I like the middle game, maybe, with the queens on, even more. But even with these weaknesses in his king side, I don't think I can really checkmate him. There's not enough pieces on the board. So it's going to come down to an ending. Which way do I take on d5? I've already done this before. I had a match with his FIDE master Chris Chase once at the Boylston Chess Club. We had a game that was very similar. He managed to draw, I think. But e-pawn is bad for my structure. The e-pawn capture would leave my structure segmented into 3 pieces. But taking with the c-pawn is much more dynamic. White has like the central majority. Okay, this is insane. Bishop f4 is kind of insane. I would say it's insane, for lack of a better word. What's his trick here? What's the point? Avoiding that exchange of bishops isn't like some sort of great idea necessarily. You can't... Oh, maybe you have something there, huh? F5? Oh, whatever. I don't have any threats here. You give him pass pawn well. He doesn't achieve anything by avoiding that exchange of bishops. But unlike my game with Mr. Slow, like at least we have time to actually ponder the possibilities and think about the game here. Game with Mr. Slow just became like I was playing. Well, we were playing bullet. Because he didn't like use his time. He forced me to play bullet with him. Why not queen c3? But because of bishop g7. I forgot I'm winning a pawn with check. I don't calculate well after I just woke up an hour ago. But to be honest, this is winning too. You're like asking me like, well, why do you like apple candy rather than orange or something, I think objectively white's winning. Yeah, you're definitely winning after queen c3. But it's a rook ending up a pawn. I'm a little nervous, Let's just go with the monster pawns. How can this not be winning for white? Oh, you're right. I missed rook takes b7 check. I didn't want to, well, I mean, honestly, I didn't want to allow simplification to some kind of ending where maybe black had a chance. Well, yeah, I mean, King Kong is really psycho. I think we're still winning. But I'm not necessarily doing this the easy way. Yeah, Bijak's suggestion is probably much simpler. I still think that white is winning. Not so easy, though. He's going Godzilla. Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. He's played on the stream, though, enough that I have 12 games with him. White still completely dominates the position. Pawn health. Wow, that's an interesting diagonal, right? Pawnzilla. Bishop g7. Mother of Pawnzilla. Yeah. You know, if you play a variation and the best players are Kevin Go and Pablo Riccardi, who played it with black, they're okay, but they're not great players. So this variation is dubious in the way he played it. Actually, even okay if you wait a move. You're supposed to castle. Then I play bishop e2, then you play knight c6. Now I play d5. Now you take with check, it's risky, you should play knight e5. This is the proper way to play it. You castle first. This way you played it is inaccurate, but I'm not sure about the refutation. Yeah, bishop e5 check, okay. Notice Sorokin couldn't beat Pablo Riccardi, and none of these guys won. Haba couldn't beat Platt. So it's like, it's inaccurate, but it's playable for black. So I played like Raetsky. Well, Raetsky was over 2,500. Alright, so queen d3 is the engine move. Castles is fine, though. I did exactly what Sasha did. Castles, and then e6, bishop b2. You should just exchange bishops on b2, so this was a mistake. I mean, bishop f4 is... Yeah, I mean, you can defend this position, but bishop f4 is really bad. You'll be happy to make it half that. Suat Adalik told me his father passed away this year at 97. I'm like, damn, dude. I thought my mom did pretty well to make it to 87. Seriously, if you make it past 80, you're doing all right. I mean, I'm not expecting to make it past 80. Alright. For men, it's like 10 years less than women, but I was reading the other day somewhere, like, life expectancy was 80 for even men. But I don't think that's the case in the Balkans or, like, Eastern Europe, you know. I walk outside in Hungary and everybody's smoking. Like, everybody's smoking. There's no way life expectancy for a man in Hungary is 80. Although, luckily, I spent half my life in the United States, so I still have, like, half U.S. life expectancy. I'm inhaling all the secondhand smoke here, though. Alright, learning chess. We got time for a couple more games. You know, someone was saying, like, oh, I could do 30 more years at the World Senior. Like, I don't know, man. If I can make it 30 more years at the World Senior. But I went to Rainier Knack, and I said to him, Knack, and I said to him, man, you're amazing. I mean, I really want to, like, and he's very, like, there, man, for an 80-year-old. He looks like he's, like, 70. I was like, look, you were playing Grandmaster level when I was born. And you're still over 2,400 FIDE and making a run for the 65-plus tournament. So, Bijak, the trick with the World Senior is, I'm not sure about, like, if it's a tie. You get the GM title automatically if you win, but what I'm not clear on is in the case of a tie. So, until yet, there hasn't been anyone who's, like, been an IM who won the 50-plus group. In the past, because it's too strong, Adalik made a GM norm by 4. Adalik finished, you know, he made a GM norm. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, it's a really strong tournament. I mean, to win, it's at the point now, just saying. Michael Adams didn't perform over 2,600. He won the tournament with, like, a 25-75 performance. But it was close to a GM norm for Adams, too. You basically almost have to make a GM norm to win the 50-plus World Senior. So it's not like the old days when it was all one group and, you know, Larry Kaufman won it and Okladnik won it. It's my group. The 50-plus group is a bit stronger, you know, so eventually some IM will probably win it, but it's really hard to do, you know. You practically have to make a GM norm to win the 50-plus group. And, you know, we'll see. I mean, there was no IM. I'm like, you know, the closest. I was the closest to finishing third. Winter Shoe, me, Devaki Prasad are all IMs, and we're all, like, at 7 points or whatever. But, if we tied for first, the question is, would they give me the GM title if I tied for first? Or do I have to, like, win on tiebreak? I'm not sure, you know, honestly. I think I would have to win. I would think I would have to win on tiebreak, you know. If 3 IMs tie for first, second, and third in the World Senior, I mean, prize money is determined by tiebreak. I don't know about getting the GM title automatically. Just hypothetically, what would happen if the Danish guy, Devaki Prasad, and I, like, happened to, like, win the tournament by a miracle? You know? Would we all get GM titles? Or would just the one who, like, finished first on tiebreaks get the GM title? Yeah, it seems like likely just the one who wins on tiebreak. But I mean, what if it's like a two-way tie and the other is a Grandmaster already? What would they do? I'm just saying, you know, like, what if I tied for first with Michael Adams and Adams won by half a tiebreak point? I feel like FIDE, it's up to FIDE's discretion or something, you know? I feel like if it was a two-way tie with Michael Adams and I lost on tiebreak like Adalik did by half a point, they would probably give me the GM title, you know. I think it's up to their discretion though, you know, whatever Arkady Dvorkovich wants to do. He was there again. I want to make like an AI. Everyone knows I hate FIDE, right? But it's the only game in town. I want to make an AI like generative AI like combination of Arkady Dvorkovich and Montgomery Burns. He's not as old as Montgomery Burns, but he's just creepy looking. He came there for a couple days. It was weird because as soon as Dvorkovich arrived, like the weather went to shit. Like he brought this like bad weather with him. We had beautiful weather, and then like Dvorkovich walks in and this like huge cloud comes over the whole like aisle, you know, and it's like rainy for 3 days while he's there. FIDE is pretty bad. I don't really get the point of the Grand Swiss or whatever in Isle of Man either, though. They basically ruined the Isle of Man tournament to turn it into a premier. It was better before when like anybody could play. Now it's just like this invitational for 2,500 plus. That's stupid. Don't really get the point of the FIDE Grand Swiss, to be honest. Not sure I understand the point of that. But there's a chance I'm going to play in the world. I've been invited to play in the World Senior Team Championship, like US 2 or 3 team. Maybe we'll have like a second or third team. I don't know if it's going to materialize. We're talking about, I'm in discussions with some people to have a team for the World Senior Team. I don't know. I don't know. I think if I get my expenses paid, that would be the maximum. But I'm not sure. I haven't gotten that deep in the discussions. It's in Poland in the summer in July. Okay, it's not as strong as the individual. It was only 20 teams and some of them are pretty weak. It's a senior, it's not like a normal. Not like the World Team Championship or something. But Sinkfield bankrolls the American first team, and it was all Russians. Former Russians. Someone said Shabalov is like in charge. I don't know. You'd like to play this position with any color. Why would you want to play white in this position? Why would anybody want to play white here? You don't play e4. You obviously don't play e4. No, black is good. Black has a very good position. This is insane what he's doing with the h-pawn. What is white doing with the h-pawn? Oh, would not. Would not. Guys, we have time for another game. Or two. Maximum. Yeah, it's a terrible position for white. Now, I could trade queens, but I have a name for this now. If you have this, I call it like a reindeer. Well, I need like 5 pawns. I need 5 pawns to form a reindeer. Another Christmas theme for our donation. Now, it's an artificially generated reindeer. Bishop on c6 is part of the reindeer. It's a nice pawn structure. And that's a nice bishop you got there. Jesus. What's going to happen when black plays like f5? I almost have rook takes g2 check, it seems like. Unbelievable. F5. Rook takes g2 check. King takes g2, bishop takes g2. Queen f4. Yeah, but I don't want to allow him to trade queens or something. Queen e2. R2 e2. You would do what I did. I doubled the rooks, but he could have traded queens with like queen e3. It looks like one of my World Senior games against Boulard, where I was like winning and he had less time and I blundered without the best move, without finding the best move. I start to panic if I have 4 minutes, something like that. Now, are you defending this position for real? Maybe. Wow. Not anymore. Maybe he is. Oh, this is an amazing position. Wow. Hey, that's a nice bass you got there. What happened? Oh, no. Oh, no. King f3. He has king f3. Boop. Yeah, that's a cute one. But he has a chance to save the game, right? Or put up resistance. No, he doesn't. Oh, that's bad. He has no defense. Okay. No, there was no defense at this point, but on the previous move, there might have been. Here. Well, what else is he supposed to play? Yeah, I guess it's worse than I thought. It's lost. No, he's lost. I thought he could play like queen e3. Okay, I can avoid the exchange of queens with rook g5. It was a really bad position for white, though. Okay, it starts out normal, although I don't like this Nokia variation for white. I've never seen knight f3 played before. Yet he's still equal. H4 is crazy. Alright, Schumacher finally gets to play. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not... Alright. It's an all-time record, B-Jack. 3 whites in a row. So Lichess plays knight f3, h6, and I lost a game with white against him. I was like, this happened like 3 years ago. I said, look, it's not possible that h6 is a good variation for black. And then I was like Mr. Overconfident and lost with white. I should have just like made a friendly draw. But my point is to play c5. Now, what is Lichess afraid of? You know, I mean, honestly, like, is he afraid of bishop g5? I mean, what's the problem here? I'm not going to play h6. You know, I mean, it just can't possibly be really correct. So now, yeah, I mean, I think it does seem weird to do this in a way, to take with the bishop, because the bishop's pinning the knight. E with a pawn is definitely an option. This is the idea. Didn't you do your homework? Don't do G3. Stop. Where did you get this G3 thing? So this is the game you played against me. You know it was a Korchnoi game we followed. And Korchnoi did like E5 here. And I think the computer said it was the best move. Was it this exact position? What did I do? I don't remember. I don't know. E5 is committal. I mean, I feel like I don't have to play that. Well, there's rook d1. So bishop d7, rook d1. This is like what I did last time. Castles. Okay, let's castle. Screw Korchnoi. I'm gonna castle. You know, this e5 doesn't appeal to me. I also had the problem against the lichess where I like put my bishop on f4 and then it just got buried there. He eventually played e5 later in a different type of structure, but something kind of similar. How do I get my pieces out? You know, b6 is possible. Don't want to get my bishop trapped. So I thought this, like I did in the other game. But it's kind of artificial here, isn't it? Not great. But this is passive. Why e2? I'm obsessed with doing bishop c6 now. Apparently. Alex Alekhine. Alex Alekhine, or Alekhine is Alekhine. I'll pronounce it correctly. Alex Alekhine is rating with a party of 14. Back from the dead, bro. You know, I wanted to do an occult seance stream, and you would be one of the first people I would bring back. Nice to get raided by Alekhine. Occult seance stream. Now, e5 is possible. And not only possible, but probably going to be necessary, but maybe not. You know, I can also play queen e7. It's not a no-brainer, huh? e5 right away, gives up squares. I could even theoretically play d5. What's up, WJ Luke? Just in time for the seance with Alexander Alekhine. Very, very much respect to the great former world champion who raided my stream. Don't believe the Nazi rumors or whatever. I don't know, man. Alekhine, one of my favorite players, but he's been dead for a long time. I maybe some kind of like Lovecraftian chess theme where the ashes of a former world champion are like brought back to the land of the living or something. It would be cool. You combine chess and Lovecraftian horror. Rook FD1. Where do I want to go? Just E5. Well, as I said, that's what happened to me against the Lichess. He just buried my bishop, and it never saw the light of day again. But I did something crazy, like castling queenside. Here we go. I'm doing what I did against Mr. Slow, which is like using all my time. And I've got A4. Hello? Hello? Bishop F6, Queen F6. Bishop F6, Knight F6. Queen move. Queen B6. Queen B6. Alright. Knight A4. B4. Trapping my queen. Maybe. It's a nice backward pawn we have here on D6, isn't it? No, I like his setup. Very solid. He has good control of these squares, playing like a sort of Smyslov King's Indian. Now he's got rock solid control of E4. White seems to be better based on control of the white squares and the E4 square. Guys, I gotta go shopping at Aldi. But I mean, in order to go shopping, I need Christmas donations. And I need glasses to read the bill and a new throne so I can reach the desk. I've got a really bad chair and I can't see, so it was like the time that Michael Brooks played this tournament, and he had like really old glasses. Where like I felt sorry for the guy. He's so broke that like he had like glasses that like a good player too. He was so broke that he had glasses like one side, of the glasses were just like broken off. He just like had to hold them in place or something. All right, what? I don't even have glasses. I'm so poor. Dude, Aldi is European. You do know that, right? Denak's like clueless. He thinks it's like an American supermarket or something. You do know it's like a German supermarket or whatever. They expanded into the United States now, taking over the world. He thought it was Mexican. Alright. We had Aldi here first, and then they expanded into the United States. I'm really thirsty. Alright. Anyway, guys, I can't wait to get our first donation for Christmas. Just don't go to Whole Foods, Nedog. Aldi and Lidl are different. They're different companies, right? But I think the whole naming thing is kind of suspicious, isn't it? I mean, it's obviously like someone's trying to copy the other one. I'm not sure which one was first. Aldi sounds too much like Lidl. It's definitely a conspiracy. Idle. H6. Schumacher is playing like a positional monster. Godzilla-like positional play here. Why did I have to play H6? There was a reason. Oh no. Give me that. What a coward. He didn't play Bishop H4. He's still slightly better. Oh, I know what it was. It was to weaken the E3 square, although that doesn't do anything for me. I can't actually sacrifice on E3. Time for a sacrifice. I'm going to Aldi. But there's at least the possibility of sacrificing on e3, whereas before there was no chance. Ops color, bishop slightly better for white. I'd rather not. I'd rather not and say I did. So what should I do? Rook d8. Okay. Wrong rook. What's my f8 rook doing? I wanted to play f5. I like Aldi better than Little. I don't know why, if it's the case everywhere, but the Little has like really narrow aisles and stuff, and I feel claustrophobic. Aldi's almost as bad, but it's like just a tad better in terms of aisle width. I like wider aisles. Sees everything. Grandmaster strength. Did I lose anything yet? Yesterday I hung a pawn against him for no apparent reason. h4. Everybody plays h4 against me. When in doubt, they play h4. Same thing my last opponent did. What's up with the h4, like randomly thrown in there? Oh, I just want to weaken my king side. Okay. You don't need Luft. You already played h3. h4. Okay. You know how bad I am at endgames, don't you? He's threatening incursions. He must know about how bad I am at endgames. It's the only explanation for this. My worst endgame nightmare against Novik, where I just never centralized my king. I'm always telling my students, centralize your king, centralize your king, centralize your king. Don't centralize your king, you know? Am I some sort of an idiot? Oh, the notorious outside A pawn, bringing back bad memories. But I mean, that H pawn, why not push it up to h5? You want to put your pawn on h5, don't you? Admit it. You wanted to play h5, didn't you? Am I lost yet? Ooh, that's a spicy move. It's a draw. This is a draw. I don't know about that, though. Maybe that's a good move. Whoa. Not clear who's playing for a win here. Very good game. The final position is a total draw. I cannot, neither side can make progress there. Looks like it was a pretty good game. I failed to lose this endgame. Like usual. Strangely, I was never lost. Black was always okay. Surely white is better here, no? Yeah, white is better. Actually, bishop f3 was a good move. I don't understand why you traded bishop for knight, though. Okay, I talked about the bishop being shut out of play, but I don't know. I guess it's okay. Just a draw. Perfect game. Sparkle Horse, 0 inaccuracy, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, 9 CPL. Schumacher made an inaccuracy because he's not perfect, like some people. Lady in Black. I'm terrible at endgames in general lately. I'm perfect. Not perfect against Mr. Slow, who was like flagging me earlier. So, I was talking about this earlier. See, there's this game from 2010. Really late Korchnoi game. I have no idea who his opponent is, by the way. Like, Udo Goy. Is this like a simul or something? But Victor the Terrible played e5 here. And that's the thing, I just can't really, dig e5. I don't know, it just feels very committal, but the computer, I think, likes it. Queen b6, okay, queen b6 is an alternative. You're still obviously going to play e3. Now the computer wants to go bishop b4. Well, that makes sense, to play bishop takes c5 and then go back to b4. Because that's very logical. Korchnoi finds the best move, e5. Now bishop g5, and then bishop e6. And the engine doesn't really like bishop e6. So I'm supposed to play h6, and obviously Korchnoi wasn't interested in this for some reason. Bishop f6, queen f6. Simplifying, still black is okay. Yeah, I don't know. D takes c5. But I'm in the minority here on the capture. Joel has a game against Kashishvili from 2009. Joel played it twice, and he beat Sarkar, who knows the white side pretty well. Lembit Namkin, the Namkin Memorial. D takes c5, D takes c5. This looks sweet, these squares. G4, computer. Raider from Alex Alekhine. He's one of the raiders. Aliakin himself. Thank you guys for the raid, though. I do try to take chess seriously here. So this is a rare variation that I'm playing. As I mentioned, like Ilinčić plays h6. I mean, Queen e7. I'm also responsible for one of the only Queen e7s ever played. Has anyone followed me? That game was played in 2017-04. So 2200. A 2200 went after me. I'm followed by 2200s. Queen e7 is interesting, though. It's an original move. Maybe it deserves more. Investigation. What did Hatzal Gergo do? Queen e7, I forgot. Queen e7. He thought forever here. He thought for like 35 minutes. He thought for 35 minutes and played what? He thought for 35 minutes and played e4? No. He played a3. No. What did he do? Oh, he did bishop d2? No. What did Gergo do? He must have done e3. Oh. So this is not really dangerous, but it's not a bad move. Okay, he thought 35 minutes and played a non-critical move. It's kind of funny. I'm going to think for 35 minutes and play e3. But he played a great game after that and beat me. Alright guys, I got to go. I'm on the way to Aldi. Thanks everyone. Thanks for the raid from Alex Aliakin. And thanks for the Christmas presents in advance. We need glasses to see the board and a new gaming. Some kind of throne to sit upon while people call me sire. Anyway, good chess to all of you. I'll see you for Sunday Simul, the big one. Simul stream. Simul stream Sunday. I'm out of here, guys. Have a great weekend, afternoon. See you Sunday. Bye-bye.